anonymousretailer.com.
This book is laced with a heavy dose of strategy. I found myself very much aligned with your take on strategy. And, if we do a good job here today, let me get some more content under my belt. I'm going to kind of get you back on here and we're going to go through strategy, because that is, I'm right there with you. I'm equally passionate about strategy, and putting that together. But for me right here, this was the one-liner of the book. This was the whole book for me. Strategy is not an exercise. It's a set of interrelated decisions about where your company will compete and how it will compete and how it will win. That was solid right there. That's a retail therapy gym right there. That's great. And if people can understand that, how, and it comes back to that flywheel conversation, all of these decisions that you're making are working together, and how are you going to effectively use them to compete and win? I have this inventory size. How am I going to tell this story to amplify the story of this inventory and pass these customers through to the sales floor and execute on the margin? That's a great statement. You did a good one. I got some more here. How does cash flow thinking change strategic decisions?
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah. I mean, going back to strategy, you can have a vision all day long, for your business, but really, if you have a strategy, like everybody has a strategy. Every business owner has a strategy. It's just whether your strategy is written and formal, but you're following some type of strategy. Every single day you open up your shop, you open up your store, you're selling products and services. The key is how do you know if your strategy is working? That goes back to cash flow, right? And then when you tie in the levers, the levers are going to be based on your strategy. So if you want to sell more volume, that's going to be dependent on your strategy. If you want to sell things at a higher price or carry more high-end goods, that's going to be dependent on your strategy. So they all connect together, right? That's where, I'm a CPA. So I did my time in public accounting, and I think there's a lot of good CPAs out there, but I think CPAs are mostly there to say, this is what you did. It's like, here, this is what you did. And it's like, okay, great. How do I fix it? It's like, well, I just do your taxes. I just do your financials. But strategy is looking at your numbers and saying, how do I go influence behavior? How do I make these interrelated choices that aren't going to conflict with one another? You can't be a high-end retailer, and sell high-end products and your store is terrible, right? I mean, there discrepancies there. So everything has to tie together. It all has to fit. And you have to know what strategy you're pursuing. It goes back to, are you going after differentiation? Are you going after cost leadership? And do your everyday choices make sense?
anonymousretailer.com.
Anonymous
retailer,
anonymous
retailer,
anonymous